Congrats, bro. Did we ever congratulate him on the
No,
podcast?
no.
Well, here you go. Martin Garrix,
Congratulations,
congratulations, man.
Martin Garrix. I saw he was celebrating it last week with Geta and Black Coffee and
Nice. I didn't
interesting
see that.
collaboration though, or interesting group.
Yeah.
And the guy from,
Why?
I think it's the owner from High, um,
Yeah, well, they all
Dave
play
Grossman.
Ibiza, right? They play the one does high, the other one does Ushuaia and high, and yeah. So, ¿por qué no? ¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no, eh? ¿Por qué no? Sí, sí, claro. Claro, claro, claro.
Claro,
Sí.
cabrón.
This is how we would sound if our
this
voices would go AI
is
and
Ralph back
translate
in
it.
Spain secretly, and is his background AI generated?
Yeah, exactly.
Pixel.
Hey guys, have you done?
Why is this a pixel? Why do I do this?
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't see
I'm
me.
I was
Trying
just
to.
thinking that.
I don't no.
Uh,
Oh.
but what's up, Josh? What's up, Renzo? What's up, EMK? Well, morning from Malaysia. Okay, good morning.
Wow.
EMK.
Kane Scott, what's up? Bit3,
I have too
welcome.
much energy. I yeah, notice.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But it's
great.
gone now. And it's gone.
Hey,
Uh,
500 subs,
oh, today.
Renzo.
Yep.
Thanks.
500
Boom.
subs.
Let's go.
Let's
Road to
Where do
go.
you
1 million
guys read
subs.
these comments?
What?
I'm just I opened YouTube also and have it on mute, and then
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
same
see
for
the
me.
comments.
cool.
If you go to
Cool, mate.
YouTube and mute it, then you can just see the comments.
Mm.
Hey guys, I've been to an interesting concert last week, and I there were some things that stood out to me, and I thought this is valuable for the podcast. So I was like, let's talk about this with the guys.
If you deem it valuable, Joey, I'm all ears.
Yeah, but for those who are listening now, later on we will start talking about personal branding as well. But now we're just gonna talk about
Oh, cliffhanger here. He's keeping them.
actualiteiten.
He's keeping them
Let's
going.
Man,
go. Let's go. Okay. I've been. Who's familiar with Il Divo?
you.
You've never heard of it? Ralph looks like a guy who knows Il Divo, but Il Divo
No, no, no.
is a group of four guys, four men, created by Simon Cowell. It's like an opera boy band.
Simon and Cowell.
No,
You mean
Simon
Simon
Cowell.
Cowell or
Simon
Simon
Cowell.
and Garfinkel?
Yeah, yeah. No, but they're like an opera boy band. So it's like four good-looking guys who can sing very well, but do opera.
What
And
makes them good looking?
I don't know.
It's subjective, man.
It's
Why
four
even
types.
mention it?
It's also four different types of guys, right? One long hair, one blonde, one dark. Like it's the classic concept, you would say. But it works because they sold out Ziggo Dome twice, I guess. So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but
But
when you mention they're good looking, you kind of
yeah,
throw in that they cannot
it's like
sing properly,
the
you know?
jaws, like a good skin. Like what's the thing that makes people nice? I don't know.
But can they sing nice?
Yeah,
That's
they
the
can
most
sing. They
important.
sing in
Okay.
different layers, right? So they have multiple.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just busting your balls.
Yeah, screw you. Anyway, my girlfriend is a fan, and she wanted to go. And I was like, she couldn't
Nice.
find anyone else to go with because no one knew who they were. And I was like, I'll buy tickets for you as a present, and I'll go with you.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ah,
But I
but
went with her, and normally I'm pretty receptive to music, as in music hits me and can hit me emotionally as well. Like I tend to cry pretty quick with music, but somehow this didn't do anything for me. It was like a flat line throughout the whole concert. But that's just a personal opinion. What stood out to me is a few things.
It's the
One,
jawlines.
the jawlines, the
yeah,
skincare. Um, what stood out to me is that
shit.
they mentioned during the concert that they ditched their record label because they wanted to go independent. Interesting. Um, they didn't had any original songs, and they've been doing this for this was the 20-year anniversary. 20 years of touring the world without any original songs, only bootlegs in opera style.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting to me because last week or 2 weeks ago we talked about bootlegs, right? Their whole career is based on creating bootlegs or remixes or
Yeah,
however you want to
covers.
call it.
You would
Covers,
call it a
yeah.
cover.
And now, because of the 20th anniversary, they had their first original song. So that stood out to me. And another thing that stood out to me was that they mentioned, like, hey, just as we've talked about previously before as well, with many other artists going out there and saying, hey, we don't know how to reach you anymore on socials because somehow we can't push our content and you can't see it. And what they also added, because they're very famous, is there's a lot of fake content about us going around. And we want you to know that when what's an official message from us and what's not. So what did they do? They built their own app where they combined their community, where they sold their tickets, where you can buy their records, like all independent, all combined into one app. And that was interesting to me, as in the trend that we also tend to talk about more often is the kind of like the bigger names shifting away from the third parties and kind of going into yeah, doing all the things yourself and managing all those things yourself. And somehow they surprised me because I was like, opera, like, I don't know how that necessarily works, but it seems to be the same exact trend as you see happening in electronic music. What's your take on that, if you
Uh,
even have a take?
yeah, I think
Jay, you do
good.
this one, man.
I think great
You got
observation,
this.
Joey.
No, but
You
isn't
got
it
this.
isn't it interesting that such a popular band, or however you want to call it, makes those type of decisions after 20 years of being a successful band?
Yeah, it is interesting. I think it's a trend where they also probably have the fan base to be able to do that. So if they get like 1/10 of all their following from social media on their own platform, they can still tour very sustainably. So that's what I
Hey, they're
think.
selling out Ziggo Dome. They
Yeah,
must be
I
doing
know,
something
but
right. I mean,
yeah,
apparently they
but that's what
can't
I mean.
sing.
They
They
are
do.
so big. They are so big that if they would only get 1/10 of all their following into their own group,
Yeah,
they can
they're okay.
still tour very long. So I think if you're that big, it's you have it's easier to do that.
Yeah, because you
You don't
already
have
have
to
the
really
reach,
build
right?
that up. You already have that following, and then you just take it
Yeah,
offline or off the third parties. But that's like um, it's more difficult if you don't have that position yet,
true.
and then you try to do your own thing and get people there. How are you going to get them there? You need to be public somewhere before you go private. Let's say.
Yeah, and it's not like they completely ditched Instagram and stuff, but it's more
No.
like we want to build a place for you to go to and know that everything you read and see there is 100% us, so that
Yeah.
it's not fake. Um, and that everything you can buy from us is 100% real and not fake. Because there's also a lot of ticketing, like the fake tickets and
Yeah.
stuff going
Yeah. Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Like all those problems together, they kind of put all those problems together and said, I'm just going to control all of this on myself, by myself, and do it in the app. So I don't know, something uh, yeah, something connected the dots with me, as in this is something we see happening in mostly electronic because that's where we are active, but somehow it also happens in opera, and that was an eye opener to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're 100% right, as in it's also something that's way easier for an established artist than for an aspiring artist, because you will always need like ways to market your music and to reach new people, and that's happening on socials right now. So you're still
Yeah.
kind of depending on those platforms in some kind of way. So that's
Yeah.
that.
I,
Um,
I, I to be honest, Joey,
you don't care.
man, they're really uninteresting.
Il Divo.
Yeah. I just looked at their Instagram page. Yeah, I have no opinion
You know,
whatsoever.
you know what's crazy? I was kind of the youngest in the crowd because most people were way older. And I saw multiple women, I think 10, 20, maybe 30, 40 ish kind of women, walking up to the stage, throwing flowers, throwing gifts, like bags full of gifts. And I was like, the whole fandom thing is so weird. You know, like
dude.
it's so weird. Like a fully grown woman in their 60s walking up to a stage and kind of almost like get knocked out, like almost go down because they're so enthusiast, you know, like it's crazy.
It's amazing.
It's amazing and scary at the same time, I would say.
Yeah, but it's yeah, they sell out Ziggo Dome. It's like
Yeah,
a
that's sick.
12K cap venue,
And it
something
was
like that.
packed. Like the full, the ring was full. The
Both
main field was
rings,
full. Hmm?
both rings.
Yeah.
Woof.
Well,
It's like 16,000 people then.
yeah. Wait.
Like in Poland, they would say kurwa.
Kurwa. No, I think it was both rings. Yeah, but it was like it was fully packed. Like it's not like it was a light version of it. No, it
The
was like
lesson here, Jay, is we're doing something wrong.
We
How
should
many
switch to
times do you
opera.
get flowers and did you say underpants get thrown
no,
at
like
you?
bags
I
of
did
gifts.
get like letters, like handwritten letters throughout my career with of like a full page and like how much the music. That's also something that stood out to me during Amsterdam Dance Event. So many guys, and so many to me is like what 20, 30 young producers that are now like 20 came up to me and said, I started because of you. I
Mm,
saw that video of you 10 years ago that made me start. Some guy told me like he's like from the ghetto in Rotterdam and now he's working his like full-time job as being a producer. And it's like that's yeah, it's so crazy to hear that. And I always think it's such a because of course all people that write a letter, it's like they don't really know me, but I mean something to them that's like bigger than me
mm-hmm.
and bigger than the music. It's like for them it's like some kind of escape or some kind of, and I'm always like quite humbled by it that you can mean something to someone like that, while you're just doing like your yeah your thing, making music and then spreading that. And I think
Yeah.
that's that
I
like
do gotta
I
say uh, that Il
yeah
Divo and what we do is a little bit different in that respect. That what we do is a little bit less timeless. Okay, we do dance music, but it shifts. People who go to raves. I mean, the mean or they probably go. The majority will go from 18 till 22 to raves, or maybe 18 till 25. I don't know. And at some point, you will go less frequent, and then maybe only once a year. And yeah, that makes it a little bit different. I think pop culture or Il Divo make the opera shit, but they do it in a pop culture way. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot. They have a lot more real fans that can stay fan throughout more phases throughout their life.
Yeah, like my girlfriend, because she used to listen to El Divo in her like teens, as in 15,
Hmm.
16 years old,
And she
which are
also
bit.
went to raves, right, at some point, or festivals.
No, she never really went to those kind of parties, but
Really? And you like her? Ugh.
yeah, that's what I like about her.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I like a boring life, you know that.
Ah.
Boring life,
Ah,
boring wife, huh?
you're selling yourself.
No, it's she
Happy
just
wife, boring life. Yep. Let's go.
okay. No, but in regards to like the fan thing, I also kind of struggle to connect with that, Jay, because I once remember that someone sent me like a picture of a tattoo with "Life is Calling" on her rib or
Yes.
something, and there was a whole text to it, like that it meant so much to her because her mom was sick or passed away, and that song was kind of hit the right moment in time for her, and that kind of the lyrics really resonated with her. And then I read that and I was like, to me it's so different because it's just a song that I made on my bedroom, you know, like it's just a song,
Yeah.
there's
I
nothing there.
I
But
mean,
for other
that's the
people,
cool stuff of music.
yeah,
yeah
but that's
that's what I
that's
also
that's
think.
the
Yeah.
thing, like it for everyone it has a different meaning, super deep or not deep or whatever. But um I always had trouble to to kind of put that in perspective, that you were sitting in your bedroom making music, which could really impact someone's life on the other side of the planet. That always kind of was
Yeah.
weird to me.
I usually more flip it around because there are several numbers I've been playing for years now and quite a lot also. And some of them don't even have a lot of streams. And then I think to myself, like, whoa, this person might deem his own piece of music or her piece of music not successful. But for me as a
Yeah,
person, whenever I feel shitty or I lost a padel game I didn't want to lose or whatever, for me, it's important. And that's pretty remarkable.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
So the main takeaway here is, even if you only have 200 listeners, Ralph could be one of them.
No, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
that
No,
is
and you
that is the
can
right
be
takeaway.
important for
Yeah,
and
someone.
you
that is
can
the
really
right
Yes.
change.
takeaway for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
That's
And
like you don't need
on top
millions of
of that,
streams to.
music is cool. And school is cool. Stay in school.
nobody finished school except for Ralph.
Hell yeah. It's
Did,
important,
did you
man.
finish school, Jay?
Yes,
Yeah, like
HBO. And
HBO.
in English, I
HBO.
never know
HBO
outside of
Max. You
Holland, I never
finished
know how to
HBO
explain it.
Max.
But it's like you get your bachelor's in 4 years. Yeah, that's how it
That's
works.
how
It's
you
like
explain it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
perfect.
it's a bachelor
And
in
you,
4 years, and
Joey,
then after you can go do a master's degree. But I never did that because had a
what
I
did you
was
study,
eating
Jay?
management, economics, and law. Like the that
Wow.
it's like the
So
it's
you
like the
know nothing about everything.
exactly that's
Yeah,
exactly it. It's like one of those educations where
Party
I mean, you can.
education.
I think you can get a lot out of it if you're really invested. Some of my classmates were, but I was someone who I wanted to do something education-wise, but I didn't know which direction I wanted to go, and I
Mm.
was already a bit in music,
yeah,
so it's
To
one of
be
those
honest,
things where
I of course I got my master's degree, but I actually liked the HBO, the bachelor degrees, the system we have in Holland. I liked it more because you have to be an intern for like 2 years or
yeah,
so and really
yeah,
learn
a year in
in
total.
practice. Yeah,
Yeah,
whereas I was always with my nose in the books,
yeah,
and to be honest, that's not the way for me to learn. I
yeah,
learned afterwards.
I
But
also
yeah,
really realized a 9 to 5 job isn't for me at that point, because like I remember doing this internship. It wasn't that fun, and then 9 to 5, and then I still had my job on the side 2 or 3 nights a week. So I just didn't have any time, and then I was like, this is not gonna be what I want to do. Um, so yeah, it can also help with that a direction. Hey, what you don't want to do.
true,
So stay in
I
school because
always
you might find out what you don't want to do.
true. Hey, Jopke, last week you sent something in the group chat about a post on Reddit. The
Yes,
the title was "I want to quit producing."
yes, it's from a producer called Little Caesar. It's in the Reddit FL Studio, and he said, I want to quit producing. It feels like I'm just stuck producing the same type of beats over and over, and I haven't improved any in the almost 2 years I've been producing. I can't even make a decent sounding beat without using a sample. I have zero ideas for beats, and when I have an idea, it just sounds like noises and not actual music. And
sounds like a good reason to quit.
yeah, my initial reaction was like, well, then you should probably quit, because the most important thing in doing this is that you enjoy it, despite the outcome. And then I saw a lot of comments about
Truth
um,
bomb.
there was a lot of comments about like how to become successful and stick to it because you become successful. But it's that process of success or no success. You need to have somewhere where you enjoy something. Otherwise, you're not gonna. Well, you might have success, but you're not gonna be happy or feel fulfilled.
You
And
might
I
as
think
well
that's
quit
where the
football or padel then as well. I will never be successful at both of them.
no, but you still
Why do it?
love doing it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. And
and
that's the
that's
same with making music. It's
yep.
just something you do because you do.
Yeah, and I
Make
think, but
music.
it's important that if you want to be successful, being successful should never be the underlying goal. The underlying goal should be to have fun, and out that comes success or maybe not. But I don't think only if you don't like it, like this guy, I think you should quit. and maybe, and this is also from a quote from a book, but then maybe in a year when you haven't produced music, maybe you feel like producing music again, and then you have to stick to it, even though you sound like shit, but something in you wants to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think passion or loving the thing you do is an essential element for success, because that's the only way to make it sustainable,
yeah.
to be able to do it for a longer period of time.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, sorry.
no, that's it. That's the tweet.
No, I thought I know the name Little Caesar, but that's a pizza place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe it's
maybe he
the same
said,
person.
I need to go back to making pizzas, man."
yeah, exactly. Okay.
If you can make a real good pizza,
Yeah,
that's also a craft I really like.
I do
Do you
that.
know where the pizza originates from?
Yeah, it's like all the leftovers and trash,
It's,
right, on
isn't
top
it
of dough.
from isn't it from Hawaii? Is that where the pizza comes from?
Oh, Joey, you bad boy. No, it's from Greece. Say what now? Yeah, Greece.
Yeah, but before we get into a fight with a lot of people, because Greece, Turkey, and Italy have a lot of shit they still need to figure out. Because what was it? The baklava. We got baklava from for ADE from someone from Turkey, and I also said like, oh, it's from Greece. Like, no, 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 that's from Turkey. It was like, I know baklava from
Oh.
Greece. It's like, no, 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 it's from
Yeah.
Turkey.
You
And
know where you can get the truth? Chat GPT.
yeah, okay, let's
Judge and jury at the same time.
let's give it a
All I
try.
know is for sure frikandel and croquette are from Holland, and you cannot take that away from us. That's
No,
our snacks. You take
and
not our
it's
snacks
really
away.
durable food as well because it's usually
True.
meat you would throw
Yeah,
away.
It's
it's
true. It's
it's
true.
trash.
And it's environmental. Maybe that's a better word.
It's a green choice.
Yeah. Usually we
Hey,
and now
oh,
everybody who follows us knows the clips we put online. It's like little bits and pieces from the podcast. I think we just had a few now about the frikandelle croquette. It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Maybe we can throw the pizza in there. Get some
Some people might get
traction
upset,
going.
but
Some
that's okay.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah.
with all the hate comes also
We
love.
we posted last week about is techno the new EDM,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
that kind of resonated a lot with people as well.
yeah.
So that was fun.
yeah. That will push some buttons. Yeah, but
Hey,
it's an interesting one. I liked
yeah, it's
it.
an interesting one. Definitely, it's a good topic, and I also think we talked about it in a good way. As in, we had some
Hmm.
Jay had some good points there. So
Thanks.
yeah,
Yeah, Jay,
people
you had
agree with
some
them.
good points there. Well, kudos to you.
Hey, let's because I have two topics here from last week. That was the kind of music video where you saw everyone video.
Yeah,
Oh man,
crazy.
I saw it again combined.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
I
insane.
saw it
It
at
looks
around the same time you
staged.
saw it.
It
It
looks
looks
staged.
staged.
What the
It's
Yeah.
fuck?
so
What's
insane.
even weirder is there's like one or two people that aren't filming and they're standing like this.
Yeah, but just to
Oh,
paint a picture for people, it is it the closing set or something?
I don't know
I
what
don't
Um,
know
it
where it
is.
is, but
It's
it's
just
like
weird
you see
shit,
kind of
man.
music as you do on TikTok from the booth, and everyone in front of them is standing still and holding their phone into the sky. And as Ralph said, like it looked staged. It really
yeah.
looked like AI or something because it
There it
was so
is.
surreal. Yeah, we only see pixels.
You can send it. You can open it, but
Yeah, wait.
you shouldn't show music though.
Yeah, wait.
So if you mute it,
Um,
then we don't get a strike on YouTube.
I got it here, Ralph. Wait, I'll share
Hmm.
my screen.
Yeah, people will see it.
I don't think so.
Well, not now, but
Not now,
when
but
the
in
live
the
stream
rerun.
will be online. I mean, everybody will
Can you
rewatch
see it?
this two or three times with all
Yeah.
this wisdom bombs. This is it, yeah.
Oh, that's
It's so insane.
What must they be thinking? Like,
yeah. That's
what
what
the
I wonder too.
fuck,
Like
It's
man?
as a DJ, you surely you're thinking like, okay, I'm gonna stop the music and say like, guys, what are we doing here? But they
No,
probably
you
get
will
paid so
not.
much.
You
They
will
probably get
probably
paid
not
so
come
much.
back to that venue the next time. That just will be it. You will go to your
Yeah.
booker and say, "Dude, this was weird shit,
I
man.
think they
Do it
get paid
again."
so much they're laughing their ass off. They don't care, man.
yeah, but there's
That
something
can
still
be,
in you,
maybe.
I guess, as an artist, which would also. also want to enjoy yourself, right? It's that's like Bob
I would be
Sinclair a
enjoying
few weeks
myself.
ago. Bob Sinclair a few weeks ago did a full rant after a gig where he also experienced the same thing, and he was like, "I'm done with this. It's not what I signed up for."
Mm.
Yeah,
So
then he should quit.
yeah, who knows? But I think, yeah, I think there should always be money is not just the only. We just talked about it. It's not just the only motivator. At some point, you'll get you'll get
But you have
tired
to
of
look
it.
at it this way: these guys travel the world. They go to the best hotels. They have the best dinners. They're with a group of like people around them. They're their friends. They're the DJs. They're standing there. They don't care, man. Then they get paid a lot of money on top of all that. They're like, yeah, whatever, man. They want to film. They go film. I think it's that
Yeah,
kind of
I think they
attitude.
care. I mean, we usually cared or still care. I mean, if something is just not, sometimes a venue and you yourself are not a match. Hey, when you're there and you cannot change it at the same time, you just have to accept it. But you will say like, okay, we're not gonna do this anymore. What can we change? Because if you have to do this, I mean, of course, the money is all nice and all, but phew, eventually that will weigh heavy on you.
Yeah, but that's I would really love to get a reaction from them. So, guys, kind
Yeah,
of music. If you're seeing this podcast,
let
let
us
us
know.
know. Hate on
Good.
us like Dead Mouse
We
did.
know you're watching.
Yeah, like
But it would
everyone
be
is.
interesting because it is like, do they like, oh yeah, well, we don't really like it, but who cares? Or really, are they really like, we're not gonna play there anymore? Because I do think they, with their profile now, probably like 90% of their shows looks like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
guess so.
problem is also a little bit because the music is really like it's like how did I just say it, man? I couldn't get the word just the other time as well.
Slow,
What's gemiddeld?
Average,
average.
Average, yeah. It's like no, not per se average, but it's like the majority will like that kind of music. That's what I would try to say.
mainstream.
Ah, yeah,
They
yeah,
play music, the majority of people will like it. It's not per se a niche, okay? Afro house is a niche on itself, but it can be listened by a lot of people because it's
yeah,
really soothing and people tend to like it. And that also brings in a crowd that's more like we call it like a daily crowd. They will not be invested in dance music and they just like it, and they will be like this in a normal concert as well. If you look, for instance, what's also really popular like now, the hard techno,
Mm.
man, that's just going crazy. Doof,
yeah.
doof, everybody just goes completely berserk, but that's also inherent to the type of music. So I think they made this really popular. And before, when it was more underground and people who would attend their shows were really invested in the music, they loved it. And now that they've become popular, then yeah, you just attract a lot of people that come there for different reasons than we would like to see, and they themselves probably also.
Yeah, I'm just curious to hear their opinion, as in if they actually enjoy doing those shows, because they come from a very underground scene,
Yeah.
where the mindset of the crowd is completely different. So I'm wondering if they struggle with this. I
Mhm.
barely can imagine that they don't. But if they see
Yeah.
this, please let us know, because we're
Yeah.
interested.
Don't be shy.
Yeah,
Just
Just
reach out.
respond.
because maybe we got it all wrong, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Could be. Okay.
We're like the three wise men,
Exactly.
only
The
not
three
wise.
boomers.
In
We're like
today's
Three full
the
of shit
has
guys.
been, the has been now hating on the what is now the current.
We had a comment last
The
week. Wait,
youths.
did you guys see it? I actually still
What?
have to I still have to read it. We had a comment last week which was pretty long. Somebody
To be
said,
honest,
Speak with
I
dinosaurs, get
oh,
dinosaurs answers." They replied on I think it was last week's episode.
who?
Speak
"Speak
with
with
them
dinosaurs, get dinosaurs answers." So
Nice.
so I
Somebody
said,
calls us dinosaurs.
yeah,
because we're old and
Oh
extinct. Is
shit!
that
I
yeah,
thought because we look dangerous and big.
and I said, "Please elaborate, because I don't really, yeah, I need to get more information than this." And then he replied with a very long detailed answer. I haven't read it yet, so I need to do that. But someone thought
Where?
we were
On some of the
dinosaurs.
socials.
YouTube.
I never looked there, man.
Yeah, you're so connected. Huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of slagging. I know, I
Yeah.
know. Um,
Hey guys.
what's our artist coaching? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
artist
know.
coaching.
What's our podcast name?
What podcast am I in? What
Um,
is?
I found it.
Okay, check it later.
but I think
Oh, yikes!
it doesn't matter if we're
Nice.
dinosaurs or we're
Oof.
beginners. It's all anyone can have a sensible comment on anything. I think that's also some always so weird when you hate on something and then someone says, "But who are you to hate on that?" Well, I'm just me, and I'm allowed to hate on it. I don't need to be invested at all. That's what people also don't realize. Sometimes it's
Mm.
okay to hate. Can we also spread that around in a nice manner? I don't know how to.
Make stickers like "Make hating great again."
No, no, no. But I think I do think like it's you don't need to be like people beginners that come up to me during ADE, for example. They say like, "Hey, is this how it's supposed to go?" They form your own opinion. Like you don't have to follow something just because I say it or Carl Cox says it or Kind of Music says it or Deadmau5 says it. Especially Deadmau5 can be wrong, guys. Can we
Yeah, but
can we
that's
agree on
the
that?
scary part, because following your own opinion means that you're embracing your full authenticity, and also need to take the um
The hits.
you also need to take the hits, exactly
Yeah.
that. When somebody doesn't agree or whatever, you should be able to do a conversation and be open about it. But that's the tough part for most people,
The,
especially young people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, because people don't listen or read properly. They already have their opinion formed. But what I always think is interesting, just listen more than you speak. I notice it even here in the studio with other people here. If you just listen, you'll find out what people really mean and they're really if they really know something about a subject or not. And I think that's also a good thing when you're just starting out. Yes, you can have your opinion, but also just listen and observe, and you kind of find out who to listen to and who is full of crap.
Crap. Cool.
Hey, the guy
Okay, guys.
makes a point.
Yeah, I'll check it later. It's too long.
The
Yeah.
dinosaur comment, or
Yeah.
Yeah, but he totally got me wrong. He thinks think TikTok is about dancing and making himself a clown. No, that's what our labels perceive it to be. They would like you to do it, but I'm not a
what?
clown.
What
And then he actually
video is it
talks.
on?
If he would have a meme song, the videos naturally would be smart in form or creating a meme. Well, funny, Mr. Seal Network 2843, which is a silly
Where is this
name.
comment, you guys? Where
We
is this
we
comment?
we have one. We had several, but we're having one right now. It's the one. It's Wake the Fuck Up. It's actually doing really good on TikTok and it's being used in quite a lot of videos. And it's exactly what he
As a
would
meme.
like to see at it. Oh, curva. There we go.
Guys, where can I find this comment we're talking
Last
about?
episode for
It's the
last
last
week.
episode.
Oh, the
But
whole
he's
episode.
right. He's right. But he's judging a little bit too hastily.
Okay. Guys, I'm
But
gonna
hey, fuck it.
continue.
That's also okay.
Um, Branding has become as crucial as the music itself in a world where first impressions are made within seconds. So what does this really mean to have a brand as a DJ? And how can you create a personal image that resonates with your audience, reflects your unique sound, and ultimately helps you to stand out?
This
Is
is a
that
question from somebody.
No, no, it's just an introduction. Is this
Ah,
something like if I would ask you guys, what is your brand? Like, what would you say?
fun, energetic music about having fun.
And for you, it's your face.
This is my brand right here.
This.
Everything I do, say, like, make, especially what I make, is my brand. And I don't feel my theory is that you can't really steer your brand that much. I think if you get a good, let's say, there's like companies who design your brand. I think the good ones, they take what is a part of you and expand that. And I
Yeah,
think
that's
that
quite an
what
open
makes a
door,
good brand.
man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but like it is. you can't really think, oh, this is gonna make me popular, so I gotta change into this person. I don't think that works. But you can say, hey, I like golf, so now I'm gonna be a golf guy, and expand that, or like show more of that. That's
No, but it's all
how.
about expression, and you can use quite a lot of stuff to express yourself. Also, if you have that need or not. I think also being an artist can favor you if you would exaggerate on who you are and be really clear about how you express. And you can express with your clothes. If you dress like a rock star and you like it, that will say something about you for other people to perceive.
Yeah.
If you dress like me, yeah, they will probably say nothing except for you're a boring guy, and then you're really right. So I'm
For
actually
you,
doing my
but
part.
for
Yeah.
Bassjackers, I would say it's more the music. You would let the music speak a lot.
That's what we do. What we're about also. We tend to like to see ourselves as craftsmen, and that's about making music and playing music. We're really serious about our set and our performance, how it looks, how it should sound, and that's what we're all about. And but also making that clear. That's something we also still struggle with because. Yeah, we have quite a lot of videos that go pretty viral. Our TikTok is growing rapidly at the moment, but I do have a hard time in how can I present making a track nice, because if we post that type of content, phew, that just tanks. That doesn't even do a fraction of our usual content. So that's something we struggle with. Yeah.
Okay. And for you, Jay, you mentioned that your brand is more you, so not necessarily the music
Yeah,
itself, but
sorry, I was just reading the comment by Seal Network. But my brand, yeah, it's what I the things I like, the things I make, how I interact with my fans. That is to me my brand, and I feel like the more I try to steer my brand, the less successful I am in doing it. And if I just think, hey, this is on my mind now, and I post about it, or throw online some music I made, that always resonates way more with people that already follow me, or people that basically are supposed to follow me, if you know what I mean. So they will connect with that because they're the same kind of, yeah, they enjoy the same kind of things, let's
yeah,
say. Yeah.
yeah. It's as an artist, it's hard and it's easy at the same time because you are the brand. You as a person are the brand. Your values, your habits, your way of talking, your hobbies, all those things combined are your brand. And then you have the visual aspect of things. So how do you visualize that? Um, do you do everything in black and white like Swedish House Mafia does? Because that gives a certain vibe to it, you know? Or
Man, so lame.
yeah, but it's a choice, right? It's a way of branding yourself. Me personally, I like it the way how they do it. It's very cinematic in some kind of way.
Dude,
Um,
a black and white filter.
cinematic.
But it also works because they look the way they do. I think that's also
Yeah,
something really to understand. I found this hard to understand in the beginning of my career. Sometimes I'm like, why can't I be like that guy? And then yeah, because you look like a nerd, or you look like, I got pretty harsh comments from people I know, which I always like. But I think, like, if you see X while DJing, and then we have a funny TikTok of this as well.
yeah,
But there's something about X while DJing that you're like, this guy knows
yeah.
what he's doing. He's in control. While I could be playing the exact same set, and that's also what I've seen live with Alesso on Tomorrowland. You hear the music, it's an awesome set, and then you see the guy, and you're like, yeah, man, this guy
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, and that just enhances that.
It's like the
And that's
self
just something.
security or something. Like
Yeah, but it's some kind of swag you can't fake. You can't
you can't
get
fake
that.
the swag.
You can't fake that. It's the
Yeah.
Swedish swag. But this video of Alesso, I have one question for him. How the fuck do you see, man?
Axwell.
You have your headphones
It's
here. Like,
Axwell.
You
wait,
meant
Yeah.
Axwell.
Axel, yeah, yeah, yeah. What did I say?
Alesso.
Alesso.
Alessa. Oh no, Alessa doesn't even use headphone. But I'm gonna be I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
that
Axel.
was fun. Like he must be aware of it,
This is
right?
Axwell. Yeah, it's an image thing,
It
and he
Yeah,
must
knows
be
he
a
it's
always
thing.
does
a
it.
show thing.
But he's like this,
Yeah.
like, and then he looks at the card like this.
It must be thought of. Like it must be an element of
It's
his.
it's one of those things where he probably did that, and then you kind of get known for it, and then you just keep doing it. It's like how Fed Legrand. I don't know if he's aware of this. He always puts the headphones in
Yeah.
his mouth,
Yeah,
and it's
true.
like
Like
he probably started doing that, and now people have said it. Oh, you put it in your mouth, and then why not do it again? Or
yeah. Yeah,
so
true.
yeah.
But it's fun to see like he just has like this sunglasses or something.
The funny thing is, if somebody would do it that people would easier hate on, they would get like flamed for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and to be honest, yeah, I think Swedish House Mafia are mainly really well known because they made like the biggest, best tracks there are.
To me, like they are craftsmanship. If you'd ask me, like
Definitely,
that's
yeah.
why if I go to a show of them, like I
But
respect them
they're
to the
craftsmen.
fullest.
Do you like the latest music?
Yeah, I actually listened to the latest
Oh,
Steve Angelo release of this week. Loved
okay.
it. Hooligans. Have you heard it?
No.
It has the sample of Dominator. Like
Okay. So they're also doing the copy paste from back, like me. Wow.
exactly. No,
Nice.
but
But when I
it's a
do
great
it,
track.
people will explain it differently. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like they get away with it because they have this kind of status or something.
I mean, they're legends. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
insane
insane.
legends. Like when I started DJing, I already played
But
Axwell's music.
for me they're just a little bit grayish in on who they are actually. I don't know,
It's
man.
mysterious, man.
To me,
Yeah,
I would
well,
say they have a very strong brand because it has a certain emotion connected to it. You instantly hear when it's a Swedish House Mafia song.
no,
Uh,
not
But
anymore. I
but
don't like the new songs at all.
hmm,
can we acknowledge here that looks just really matter? It just
Looks
matters so
really
much
matter. Yeah.
how someone looks. It's not like you're not
I
saying
really
you have
like
to be
Garrix as
hot.
a person so much more. I mean, for me, Garrix feels so much closer and open, and I kind of, besides that, I really know him. I kind of know him from online, and I like that. He
yeah,
has no veil. I mean, even the black and white thing, it's like a mask. I don't like it. I also never liked how DJ Snake would present himself. You would never see the face. That for me, I actually like the openness, but for everybody that's different,
yeah.
and that's why I like how Martin Garrix does it. He's just so open, and you can always also see him interact with the fans, and I think he's a really nice,
He's
lovable person, full of love,
he's very handsome.
No,
and
but
he's handsome.
that's
Yeah.
what you just mentioned. Is that's the personality that you fall in love with as a person. You connect with
No,
the
no, but it's
personality.
also personality for the other guys. And also, I'm one of those guys as well. I struggle. What's my personality actually like, and how can I express it online? To be honest, I have no clue how the Swedish House Mafia guys or Snake are because you just or me
Yeah, true.
are. Yeah, you just don't know it. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't like their socials game or whatever. They just have those fucking classic hits that are those are timeless. To be honest,
Mm. Oh, I still remember the first time I heard one. Poor, holy
dude.
I
shit.
still
Yeah.
remember how it all
Oh man, and
changed.
that song. Talking about crying with songs, that song hits me every single time. It's insane.
So if we would play it now, you would go cry?
We will get kicked off
Nice.
YouTube, and I will also cry.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you have kids like that. That song
Nah,
hurts. Well, not hurts. It hits you.
for me, there's not many electronic music songs that have that power. To be honest,
No, the one from Alesso, the One Direction. Um, what's it
if
called?
I lose
Mm,
myself tonight,
Lose
if I
Myself is
lose
also one
myself,
of
yeah.
them.
yeah.
Great song.
For
For me, it
me,
depends on the
Sky
moment.
Full of Stars, man. But I
Sky
won't
Full of Stars.
cry because I never cry. I'm a big
The
boy.
Machine. Hey guys, we
No,
have
I just don't
questions.
cry for music. Yeah.
We have
Questions.
questions. Question from EMK. This one's from me. What advice would you give to aspiring DJs trying to balance career growth with personal well-being? especially for someone who has a 9 to 5 job but want to be a DJ music production as a side hustle before going full time in the future? Um, I think what's very important is that you keep listening to your own body. As in, it's okay to do kind of two jobs, a 9 to 5, and try to build your music career on the side. But you will also need time off. So it's great that you do evening sessions and maybe weekend sessions, but also remember that you need to have a social life. You need to have some time off. You need to have some time off with your girlfriend. Like, it's not just the music and your work, it's also taking care of yourself. So schedule your workout sessions, also schedule like relaxing time, for example, but make sure to take care of yourself and not completely lose yourself in the in work in general. A question to Ralph: are there
Mhm.
any genres outside of EDM that inspire your work as a producer?
Yeah, a lot. Oh yeah, outside of EDM.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he says
Um,
like metal music, for example.
well, when I work out, I listen to metal or yeah, just hard rock. I usually take like Limp Bizkit and then radio or Corn. I like that kind of stuff. But what do I take away from it? Not so much, to be honest.
It's more an energy output or something.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I get most of the. Uh, you you don't like make up stuff out of nothing. You make up stuff out of everything you know and try to make it a little bit unique. But it's usually like all bits and pieces of stuff that's already out there. And
Let's
yeah,
agree to disagree on that.
no, it's safe to
Life
say
is a
I get
remix.
it all from EDM music. Yeah, but
Okay. Okay,
lots of
that's good.
genres though. Yeah.
Question to Jay: how do you keep your sound fresh and innovative with each new release to compete with other new releases from other producers? Because it seems hard to stick to one genre when when the mainstream genre always changes.
Um, it is, I think, important not to focus too much on what is the mainstream now, because you kind of want to go where you kind of want to be the mainstream from tomorrow, let's say. And how to keep your sound fresh is try new stuff. Try stuff in your productions that you haven't done before, that you think no one else has done before. Because you tend to go into the same direction. Even me, when I go into a project, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take those things for the chords, that piano, and then no, wait a minute. What if instead of a piano, I use this sample and play it into a chord or whatever? You gotta really experiment a lot, um, and try to do small changes each release. You don't need to reinvent the whole production. You can just, if you get a cool new lead sound, for example, when I made Electric Elephants, which is dinosaur time, it's a long time ago. So you're getting a comment from a dinosaur.
It's on CDs.
No, but like it was a preset where I changed one of the attack buttons of
LimeWire.
the cutoff, which made it like more of a wop sound. And to
What?
this day, people come up to me, yeah, man, that lead sound, yeah, it's so unique, and it's like, yeah, it is unique, but it's not that unique. But I was just trying to sound a bit different. So just small changes are good. You don't need to reinvent to be different. But yeah, don't focus too much on the mainstream now, because like you said, it always changes. So yeah, just be unique. Try new stuff.
Okay. Here's a question
And
talking
be
about
really important also, be
yeah.
prepared to fail, because you're going to put something out and it's not going to work 100 times before you get that one thing that does work. Look at John Summit. He had like to Defected sent like 60 demos, which is a lot of demos before he had yeah, his big hit, I think.
Hmm. Okay. We just talked about timeless music. Swedish House Mafia, Axwell making timeless songs. Question for
Bassjackers.
both of you. Um, when you are making music, do you ever try to make it timeless? So do you try to figure out what makes a song timeless
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm usually more focused on it being effective, um,
on a dance
working a
floor?
crowd. Yeah, um, yeah, that's basically it. and whether it will be timeless, that will has to be proven in the future. Yeah, what is timeless? To be honest, when I listen to a lot of old stuff, it's usually the shit that's timeless has a lot of pop influence, a lot of vocals. We don't use that much vocals. Um, yeah,
What's funny is that last week I think I mentioned it that I was kind of like updating my USB sticks for the first time in 10 years again because I was started DJing back home. And I went through my own songs and listened to my own songs, and I noticed that some of them, definitely not all of them, but some of them
or shit.
were still pretty strong. And I was
Oh,
like, huh, this is like 10, 12, 15 years old and it still stands. Like, okay, I was pretty proud of myself. Do you have any of those songs for yourself?
yeah,
Which one?
still like memories. Also has quite a lot of vocals in there.
How old is that?
Um, memories.
How old is
With
that? Like,
Kashmir. Oh, how old? It's 2016.
oh, it's 8 years. Yeah.
Kind of like Mush Mush has a certain flow in there with which I really like. It's quite unique. Um, oh, quite a lot more. Still like that. Derp. It's pretty strong.
Okay. And you, Jay?
For me, yeah, there's some of my songs that I like a lot still. Electric Elephants is one of them. It doesn't feel like, doesn't really sound old. It still
No,
sounds
it's not.
pretty
It
good
hasn't really aged, right? It's
when I
still,
play it out.
yeah.
And to come back to the question, I think I'm never trying to make it timeless because that's something like time will have to tell. But I do. Well, there's two things. I try to focus on something that I can really feel, and sometimes you like have a melody or a chord progression that you're like, holy shit, and you're like, yes, 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 let's go. And then a week later, it can still be that you're bored of it. But there's also part of me that tries not to focus at all on what I think of it. So I just make and go by feel and then just make it and go keep making and don't think too much, is this good or bad? And then if you have an arrangement, then you can usually say after a week or so, like, hey, this is pretty good, or it sucks, or um but if I'm in the moment thinking too much of is this good,
Yeah.
usually is this little devil on my shoulder that says like it's bad, it sucks, you will never be making something good again. So don't listen to that devil.
That went dark pretty well, pretty quickly.
Yeah, but that's how it goes, man. That's
True.
studio life.
The Dark Lord.
True.
Sauron.
Another question for you guys. Is there anything like hobbies, opinions, or parts of your personality that you feel you can't share because it doesn't fit your brand as an artist?
I, in general, stay away from politics, any type of politics in my communication, because first of all, I think social media is not the platform. There's too many nuances and it's too complicated. And I think I'm here to present people music and steer them, well, not steer them away from, but make them um, yeah, maybe distract them from a tough life or a tough job and give that moment of fun. I think that's yeah, I steer clear from all kinds of politics.
And aside from that, you're comfortable with sharing whatever you share.
Yeah, if I like something, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay. You too? Ralph doesn't share that much.
No, don't feel the need.
Huh.
No, I just do my shit. Like gardening. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
So
post
that will
about it.
not make some nice content. Huh?
You don't
I,
post about that, so it's
no,
just the
but yeah,
music you.
yeah, I can post myself with a plant.
Calvin
Yeah,
Harris did it,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
did.
Yeah,
which I thought was really funny. And he's
yeah.
like, he's in the car with his watermelon he made, and it's like has a seatbelt on, and like,
But he grew his own vegetables and stuff, right?
yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Wasn't that in COVID?
yeah. But he's always been doing it. I think it's just
Yeah,
his
I don't
hobby,
know.
and he,
That's also on my to-do list. Make the vegetable garden.
it's hard, man. I tried it as well. Tomatoes are super hard. It's hard to grow them, but it's hard to get
Tomato,
taste on
tomato.
them. Tomato, tomato. but it's
Yeah,
hard to
well, in
make them
Spain, we
crisp.
have grapes going off the porch and
Here in the Netherlands.
strawberries. Huh?
Here in the Netherlands.
No, in Spain.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice.
Nice.
And another question about making bootlegs. How do you process the vocal extracted from the original song? For me, it always comes with some unwanted artifacts or reverb
Yeah,
delays. How to make that kind of vocal sit in the mix?
just cut it all out. Try to cut as much rumble and noise out of it, and then put it in there. With our bootlegs, you can always hear the that it's just ripped from a song. It's never a real clean a cappella, like the
Hmm.
Move
But
bootleg.
you can cover it up a little bit with like your own reverb and
Yeah, just
yeah,
processing. Of course,
yeah.
you need it, but you will always hear that it's just a processed vocal. It
Yeah.
doesn't have that fullness of the original. And what you should do is just, I mean, you can use a transient shaper or whatsoever. That's also fine, saves you a lot of work. Or else just cut every silent part from the vocal, then do new echo, new or delay echo. What the fuck, dude? And new reverb, everything just new, and start processing again.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll always sound a little bit shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you like a shit in, shit out, right? Trash in, trash out.
definitely. Yeah,
If
yeah,
the
yeah.
if
Yeah.
the
You
original
cannot
file.
expect when you derive stems from a waveform that it will sound all
Yeah,
clean.
exactly. So remember it. Trash in,
Yeah.
trash out.
So if you are move bootleg, probably a lot of people are sitting on it. Almost one of the few that plays it is Armin. For the rest, it doesn't get so many plays. So if you don't know,
Get it for
www.bassjackers.com,
free.
and it's in there, and you can download it for free and be like Armin and play it. But you can hear it has the processed vocal, so we all struggle with it. Usually, I also just check out YouTube if there's already a processed vocal out there, an a
Yeah,
cappella.
there should be normally. Uh,
Yeah, make your life easy. Don't try too hard, and it is what it is.
Don't don't try too hard. We're all from
clip
base checkers.
clip this.
Yeah.
don't
Hey,
make life
I
By the
wanna
way,
don't make
man, I
life too
mean,
hard.
you
Keep
can
things
get
easy.
lost in for 2 days in correcting a vocal. Yeah, that's not gonna make
Yeah,
the
if someone else
difference.
already did the work, you mean?
Hey guys, I wanna quickly respond to part of Seal Network's comment.
Okay.
If that's possible. There's a part where he says, "I also think that the coaching too much around the questioning how to get to the top when not everyone is made for it. It should be more outlined that everyone gets as far as his talent and his will to adapt, which is why Jay, for example, is where he is, but not where Tiesto is. Everybody has his individual peak, and I believe it's super important to understand." I feel with what we talk about in this podcast is not about getting to the top. It's about doing something that is meaningful to you
Yeah.
and gives you that what we say every time, like it needs to be fun, no matter what the outcome is. And I think I try to always emphasize that. And yes, I think there is a um, like how do you say, like there is a what did he say, like when the talent wait gets that everybody gets as far as his talent.
Oh yeah.
I partly agree because I think you yeah, I partly agree, but there's also a part that's there's like some luck, there's like some things in life you can't really control.
Hard work.
So yeah, some hard work, but also like it's not that black and white. But I do agree it's for a lot of people, producers, you have to accept where your career is. That I think is what maybe Seal Network means. It's
Yeah,
but that's
but
for people difficult, I
yeah,
think.
as you said, like if I look at the coaching programs, for example, if we do coaching programs with clients, the first question I ask always is like, where do you what's your goal? You know, like, and it's not Tomorrowland for everyone, or it's not touring the world for everyone. Some people say, I would just want to make a living from music, and that's it. You know, I don't need to make 100,000 a month or whatever,
To be
and that's
honest, that's
okay.
also a very, very high goal.
Yeah,
It's really hard to make music
it's
from
very
make a
high.
living from music.
It is,
But to
but
be
it's
honest, the
like
guy, the Sealbird, what was his name again?
Seal network.
Seal Network. To be honest, the guy speaks the truth, and I actually like what he says. We should invite him.
I'll respond in.
Sealbird,
Yeah,
come on.
but that's what I mean. I think asking someone the goal, that's why I never had goals.
Yeah, me neither.
I I want to make sure that what I'm doing now fulfills and gets bread on the table. And
Yeah, but
that's
also
something
if
different
it's
than
not about
Oh,
oh,
about.
Ralph.
I don't totally agree that it's not about going to the. Am I still here?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
you're cutting
Hello.
out in and out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
you're back.
sorry. Yeah, it's over an hour now. But when you say it's not about making the top, it's kind of is. We're trying to give uh, our take on how things might work and get you further ahead.
We're giving you
So
tools.
it's not
That's it.
only about it's not the
Oh,
I'm gone again.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, yeah.
no, you're back. You're back.
The universe doesn't allow your your
And
call.
he's gone.
Now you're back.
No, and
No, but
also what he says is a bit of the truth because he says the talent and the will to adapt get you as far as you would like. I totally agree, but it's not only about talent. I think also the will to adapt is really important.
mhm.
But as you mentioned before, Jay, it's also coincidence. Call it luck whatsoever. And yes, you have a say in there. It's about hard work, about eh, having a goal, how do you being persistent, all that kind of
Yeah,
shit you see in the wisdom tiles. You can
yeah,
throw it all in there,
but
and that's also part. But I actually like that he pointed out the will to adapt. That doesn't mean
yeah,
you
but I think
forsake
what is
your inner self or something.
there's something in his comment of like Jay only got so far. So I feel personally attacked. No, but
Okay.
Jay only got so far, and you're not where Tiesto is. Who says I want to be where Tiesto is? I think
Yeah,
I would love his
No,
bank
but that's
account. Don't get me
that's
wrong. I would
that's
love
that's
Tiesto's bank account, but that's
yeah,
not what
yeah.
it's. That's not. But that I feel that his comment has a bit of that. Like
No, I
you
think
will
you
get further because you're
misinterpreted what he
Tiesto. You
says.
have more talent, and I think that's a bit. That's how the world sometimes thinks, and I think that's a bit. I don't want to be where Tiesto is. I don't
yeah.
want to be in his shoes, and
No.
people don't
No, but he's
always
also
get
not
that.
wrong about being a dinosaur comment because, yes, we've been in this game quite a lot. We have a lot of experience and we actually are talking about having to adapt, and that gives us a hard time. Um, and that's actually what he says. And he missed a lot of the talks, and I can't blame him. I mean, I get it. He bases his.
You should watch
Am
the
I gone
clips, the
again?
10-minute clips now on YouTube. Much more
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, sir, we're listening.
No, no, but um, he bases his what he says on a few bits and pieces he has seen, and probably I'm just also assuming right now. Um, but to be honest, he is kind of right what he says. But
Yeah,
what he doesn't know that we actually agree with him. That's what we're telling.
I'll
And
reply to
also
him.
the emphasis on getting too big labels is on spinning or revealed. That's dinosaur thinking. I also totally agree.
we also do we
We
also don't
always say
advocate
that.
for
Yeah,
that
yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
We've been
Yeah,
saying that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah. But hey, Silbert, for me, he's pretty
We
welcome
should
to
invite
join
him.
the
I would
podcast.
love to.
No, I just want to be appreciative of what he has taken the time to write down
Me too.
underneath our video because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's an open communication
Yep.
format
Yeah.
wherein we can talk and say what we think.
That's
And
why I said
so Seal Network, fuck, I'm saying it all
Yeah,
wrong.
it is nice that someone actually takes the time to elaborate that much on their comment, and it's
Yeah.
some interesting points. But also don't yeah don't you hear us talk, so you can pretty much get an like a what we mean. You can pretty much get that. But there's also the all the hours of the rest of the week you don't know us, so you don't
Hey,
assume as
come
much
on, but he
like yeah
can
you're
have
not
an
really
opinion based upon what we talk about
yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah.
Let's
But
do
that's
it.
why,
Yeah.
yeah, but there's always something you don't see, and that's
yeah.
something what should be also
No,
realized, I
no,
think.
don't be nice. Just blurt it out and we talk about it. That's
Yeah.
the cool thing
That's the
about it.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
but
open
then I
about it.
can be. commenting on that again, right? Like,
Yeah, guys,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
we're
yeah,
gonna close
that's
off.
nice.
Yeah, we're gonna close off.
Yeah.
But hey, let's take this on to the next one. And if people want to say something more about us old dinosaurs,
Yeah, I would.
hey,
Yeah, please.
I'm
Yeah,
completely fine with it. And also
Exactly.
be a little bit critical of us. I mean, to be honest, I don't trust Joey's opinion at all, man. No,
no,
he's
I
actually the
wouldn't.
wise one. I don't know what me and Jay are doing here.
well, I think what we're doing is like we're just some old DJs who just
We're
love
like
to
Derksen
talk.
and Van de Gijp of a Dutch talk show.
Yeah.
Two
Dutch talk show.
doofuses. Yeah.
We're the DJ
Yeah.
talk show. That's a good one.
Nah, but I think that what we're doing good is we're not claiming to be anything. We just love talking about this stuff.
We're just
Exactly.
people talking
We make
shit.
mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anything to shill?
Yeah, I just did.
Well,
Well,
um, Egg Boy is coming with a Christmas hit.
No.
wow. Did you do a Mariah Carey bootleg?
No, just like a like lo-fi style beat. I don't know if it's really lo-fi with some Christmas effects, and it will
Jingle
be called
bells.
Christmas Vibes, and will be out in a few weeks.
Cool.
Oh, that's smart. So you are a commercial tiger, you?
No, but
Hey.
this is just funny
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
No, pure
This is
coincidence.
this
Pure
is like an
coincidence.
out of the hand joke, like a how this joke got out of hand kind of thing.
Hmm.
So it's just see where it where we can take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you, Ralph?
Too much, man. We just had released Wake the Fuck Up, which is Wake the F Up, to be honest. And
How's
it's
that
going
going?
really well. It's being
Hmm.
used in a lot of videos. What Seal Network is, it has that meme vibe. And yes, we think about it, and you don't have to do dances to it. But I'll talk about that the next time because that's also an interesting subject. We have then this Friday remake of Stereo Murder coming out, and then the week after Boadicea, the 6th of December, our own version of Cornfield Chase. Boom, boom, boom. What's up,
Boom.
Hans Zimmer?
Cool. So, and if you're not a part of our Discord community yet, because that's where people leave their questions that we just talked about, go to our Discord, which should be in the description of this podcast episode or in the link of the bio or whatever. Um, yeah, we'll be back next week. We have a guest, by the way, next week.
Oh
What?
man,
We have Jelle from Revealed,
From
that's
Mighty
nice.
Fools, you mean?
from Mighty Fools, yeah, the A&R manager of Revealed. So
The
you
dinosaur label. Let's
talking
go.
talking about
It's gonna be
dinosaurs. Let's
it's
go.
gonna be fun because I still use their
Put
get
your
your hands
fucking
up,
hands
Man,
up.
get your hands up,
get
and
your
the
hands up.
thing is called Foot Rocker.
Yeah.
Cut your hands up.
Oh yeah. True.
Now,
He was. I was
dirty
actually.
boy.
Yeah, we were in the same class at the Rock Academy, like long time ago. But anyway, he's joining us next week. So if you want to have questions for the A&R manager of Revealed, make sure to go to our Discord. Leave your questions there. We'll all take them into the conversation next week. And see
If you're
you.
on Spotify,
Yeah,
like
like us.
this, rate us
We
on
just
Apple
hit.
Music, whatever you're on.
We just hit 500 followers, you subscribers on
YouTube.
YouTube. So please subscribe, and we'll be
Ooh.
back next week.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
Bye
subscribe right
bye.
now. Bye bye.
Effecten.